Students, at this time, page 2 should be completely filled out with your address, your city, your state, zip code, and number 6 left blank. We're now moving on to page 3. You're going to need to turn your page sideways. We're going to be filling out section 7. Section 7 is going to ask you about the courses that you are currently taking and the courses that you plan to take as you continue your education career. In boxes 7A through 7D, you're going to fill in a circle for each academic subject you have taken or you plan to take through this year, and the grade in which you took it or plan to take it. If you are taking a course this year, you're going to fill in the circle for your current grade. You may fill in all circles on a given line that apply. You please look up at your teacher when you have finished and if you have any questions. So let's take a look at math. We need to indicate which math courses you have taken or plan to take and the grade in which you took them or you plan to take them. Here at Wren, 8th grade students are either taking pre-algebra or you're taking algebra. You are in the algebra courses with Mr. Castillo, or you're in the pre-algebra courses with Mr. McLean and Mr. Castillo. So if you are in 8th grade and you are not in the algebra class, you're going to bubble in this bubble. If you are in the 8th grade and you are taking pre-algebra with Mr. McLean or Mr. Castillo, you're going to fill in this bubble. If you are taking pre-algebra in 8th grade, you will be taking algebra in the 9th grade, and you will be taking geometry in the 10th grade. You perhaps might be taking Algebra 2 in 10th grade and after, as well as any other math course. The integrated math program is not offered at this particular time, so these are the bubbles you should see if you are not in Mr. Castillo's algebra class. Currently 8th grade pre-algebra. You're going to indicate none for integrated math program. 9th grade algebra, 10th grade and after for geometry, algebra, and other math course. Now, if you are currently taking algebra with Mr. Castillo, if you are currently in Mr. Castillo's algebra class, your bubbles will look like this. 8th grade and before for Algebra 1. Geometry you'll be taking in 9th grade. And where it indicates for Algebra 2 and other math course, if you are currently in Mr. Castillo's algebra courses, you're going to fill out these two here. So current algebra students will have Algebra 1, pre-algebra you'll have none. Algebra 1, you're going to indicate, integrated math, you're going to indicate none. Algebra 1, 8th grade and before. 9th grade geometry, and Algebra 2 and other math course, 10th grade and after. Let's take a look at 7B. In 9th grade, students, you'll be taking English Language Arts. In 10th grade and after, Literature. In 10th grade and after, other English course. If you are currently in a course with Ms. Vasquez as English as a second language, then you will bubble this in. If you are currently in a class with Ms. Vasquez and in the 8th grade, you're going to bubble this in. If you are not in a class with Ms. Vasquez, then you are going to bubble none. Perhaps when you enter high school, you'll be taking an English AP course. At this particular time, we're going to leave these blank. Let's move on to science. You'll be taking biology in the 9th grade, so everybody needs to bubble in 9th. And chemistry, earth science, and physics, we're going to indicate 10th grade and after. In high school, there are several other science courses offered, so we're going to bubble that as well. Everyone should have biology 9th grade, chemistry 10th grade, earth science 10th grade, physics 10th grade, and other science courses 10th grade. Perhaps in high school, you'll choose to take an AP course, but at this current time, we're going to leave that blank. For 7D, we're going to indicate which social studies courses that you have taken or you plan to take and the grade in which you took them or plan to take them. In 9th grade, you'll be taking World Geography. U.S. History will be 10th grade and after. World History, 10th grade and after. And other social studies courses, we're going to indicate here as 9th grade. So everyone should have 10th grade and after for U.S. History, World History 10th grade and after, and other social studies courses for 9th grade. Perhaps you may be taking a social studies AP course in high school, but at this particular time, we're going to leave this blank. Teachers, please ensure that students have bubbled all the information before continuing. Please stop the video now.